mo- Good morning, LinkedIn family. Welcome to another Coffee with Bob. It is Thankful Thursday, and I have to say that I'm really thankful. I don't do this very often. Generally, when I do a Coffee with Bob with someone, if we're going to get into an extended conversation, we'll do that on a live. So when I did my first Coffee with Bob with Dr. Irene Kopp, who's here with me right now, as soon as we were done with the conversation, I said, we have to do a live. And we did a live last Friday, and the live just blew up with everything. And Dr. Kopp is working on a program that is Success Without Sacrifice. And she is just doing some great things there that I'm just passionate about what she's doing. So I thought it's time to have another conversation with her. So this is part one of the conversation, guys. We will have part two coming up after this, probably tomorrow or probably Monday, depending on how things go. And maybe there might even be a part three, because we just probably spent the last half hour just chatting about what we're going to talk about. So I think it might get a little bit longer. So without further ado, we have Dr. Irene Kopp with me here today. We're going to talk about Success Without Sacrifice and the various programs that she has coming up that I think are going to touch a lot of people's lives. Doctor, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad to have you on again.
Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate you so much. And I thought I was thinking about you when you posted your LinkedIn post today about gratitude and letting people know just how grateful you are for them. And you truly, I am so grateful.
Oh, thank you.
For you and everything that you do, not just helping me and the Global Shift Initiative, just helping everybody. You are truly a go-giver.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. So we're here for you. So, and
well, we're here for the listeners.
Yes, that's true too. So let's talk about your success without sacrifice. And here's the other thing too. You've left your registration open for the newest program till midnight tonight. So if you haven't registered yet, now's the time doing. And by the way, if you haven't connected with, if you haven't started following Dr. Irene, if you're not engaging with her, you really need to, because she is definitely one connection that can change a life. So let's talk about what's going on that we have people needing to register for by midnight tonight.
Thank you so much, Bob. I call myself the Success Without Sacrifice doctor for a reason. And that's because for too long, I myself sacrificed for my son, sacrificed for my family, sacrificed for my patients, sacrificed for my community. And let's face it, it's what we're taught to do. Mm-hmm. And it can be, and it's good, right? It's good to give, as we were just talking about, being a go-giver. The key is the difference that sacrifice literally means sacrificing yourself. Mm-hmm. Right. And so my reset button, as I call it, was that I crashed and burned. Literally, I hit the wall, a huge rock face in northern Canada, when I lost consciousness due to a physical condition I didn't know about, and almost killed my young sons and myself in a car accident, a catastrophic car accident. We literally were lucky to survive. And my way of dealing with that, the guilt, the shame, the remorse of almost killing my young sons, was so strong, like literally, like forget the pain from the 10 broken bones I had. I was literally spiraling down. And, it was truly the lowest moment of my life, going, do I deserve to live? Do I deserve my children? What kind of mother am I? What kind of doctor am I not to have known that I was physically burned out and didn't know it? And then I decided I had a choice. I could either give up and say, you know what, you're right. I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve to live even. Or I could choose to take that feeling and transmute it into the burden of responsibility and the choice I made was to use my experience, to use my background as a doctor and my clinical background and now my personal experience to really, truly speak to all those people. I call them my real life heroes. Helping professionals, health providers, first responders, teachers, moms, dads, anyone who sacrifices themselves for somebody else or some other cause. The real life heroes that we have. I wanted to show them that it didn't have to be that way, that if I could help even one person, one family, avoid the fate that my family and I suffered and almost suffered, like with absolute death, then I would be successful. And for years, I preached that Superwoman was just a comic character, that it was all about dialing it back and life balance. And then finally, after researching and learning and becoming educated up the wazoo to help my family and I heal my son's catastrophic brain injury, my broken bones, all the dismal prognoses that we were given, I realized that you can be successful without sacrificing, and you can be that superhero. I truly believe that we are born to be superheroes. We have 100 billion brain cells. And we use only a fraction. They can only conjecture. Some say 1%, some say 10% that we use of our minds. I can tell you for a fact that my youngest son is missing literally a huge chunk of his left hemisphere. He wasn't supposed to be able to walk, talk, graduate from high school. And he now does all of that. And he's in his 4th year of engineering at one of the best schools in Canada.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm a proud mama. Can you tell? He worked really hard. And that is neuroplasticity at work. That is neurophysiology. And if he can do that, missing, half to a third of his left hemisphere of his brain, what can we do with intact brains? We truly are superheroes. We have so much potential we are not even tapping into. And I truly believe that we have that responsibility to do so, to become that highest version and to give back to the world. And here's the thing, we can do it without sacrificing our health and energy, our relationships, or our personal lives. In other words, yes, we are expected to contribute. I believe that. And we can do it and have a beautiful life too. So fast forward from that time when I crashed and burned, I have now created what I call the Success Without Sacrifice training. It's a 30-day program. And it is all about utilizing scientifically validated tools and techniques that I have brought together. So each on their own has their own science to back them up. And I brought them together and amalgamated and then added in the neuroplasticity and the neurophysiology. I geek out on quantum physics even. And really, it's all about releasing the baggage, the programming. I like to say we're designed for success and we're set up for failure. And it's our programming that sets us up for failure, as well as, pardon?
That sounds incredible. I don't mean to cut you off, but we're nearing the end of our part 1 here. So I want to let you all know right now that the links for part 2 will be down in the comments below. And we're going to put them up on YouTube, because I think this is important, that you need to go down to the comments, click on part 2 and listen to the rest of this conversation so that you can register for this program. You have until midnight tonight to register, and there'll be future programs, I assume, but get in on the ground floor of this program. So Dr. Irene, hold on just 1 second here, and to all of you, make sure you're connected to, you're engaging, and you're following Dr. Irene, because she is going to change your life. She is that one connection. Thank you again for this part 1 of Coffee with